Good morning. This is Jimmy Skogard. Today is March 14th, and I'm going to talk about the great Iroquois Confederacy that existed long before our time. Let's start with a picture in our minds, a single arrow in your hand. It snaps just as easily as the stick in Aesop's fable did. Now picture five arrows together, bound together, same wood, same hands, different outcome. What breaks alone begins to hold when it's joined with others. That is one of the enduring lessons carried forward from the great law of peace. Five nations that had known conflict were called into a different kind of strength, not the strength of domination, but the strength of a confederation, a structure rooted in unity, resistant and shared responsibility. That lesson matters now. We live in an age that teaches us to think in fragments, chase the moment. We argue, protect the brand, grab the advantage. We're trained to live for the now, while the deeper work of building something durable gets pushed aside. Stability is traded for temporary control. Attention is traded for wisdom. Panic is sold to us as leadership. I don't believe in that kind of culture. That kind of culture cannot last. We are told over and over we are too divided, too weak, too scattered to govern ourselves. We are told to wait for a strong hand, a central figure, a savior to come clean up the mess. That story is useful to big money because panic makes people easier to manage, easier to control. But the truth is much simpler and much older. Power in this country belongs to we, the people. It belongs to us. The great law of peace points back to that structure, not some chaos, not some hero worship, a structure. One of the deepest ideas associated with that tradition was to think beyond ourselves, to weigh decisions not only by what they bring us today, but what they leave behind for those who come after us. That is the kind of thinking our time desperately lacks. We have reached a point where too much of public life is built around the next headline, the next quarter, the next election, the next outrage. A people who stop thinking beyond the immediate moment become easy to bide and easy to rule. We're now facing a crisis partly of our own making. We've had roughly 250 years to tend to this constitutional experiment we call America, and I'm not willing to watch us toss it aside. Toss it aside because we lost the discipline to talk with one another, reason with one another, and build with one another. Our duty as citizens is not passive, it's active. We have tools the founders never imagined. We can speak across Wyoming in real time. We can gather voices from every corner of the state. We can compare concerns, identify patterns, and organize our common priorities with a speed previous generations could barely imagine. Yet these same tools that could unite us are used to isolate us, distract us, and keep us reacting instead of building. That's why we must choose differently. Stop looking for a hero for a minute. Look to your neighbor. Talk to your neighbor. When we bind our voices together around truth, shared purpose, and mutual respect, we form something stronger, something way stronger than outrage, stronger than money. We form a confederation, not a machine, not a cult of personality, a confederation of citizens who know that real authority rises from the ground up. Control does not belong to high office. It belongs to people. It does not belong to people with deep pockets. It does not belong to the loudest performer in the room. It belongs to the people who are willing to stand together, speak plainly, and act with courage. That's the work before us. Here's my call to action. It's time to reclaim our agency. If you're tired of being treated like a spectator in your own future, it's your moment. It's your time to rise. Seek office. Do what you can. We're here building a digital town hall designed to gather our voices and turn them into something clear, local, and impossible to ignore. I've built grassrootsmovement.org. It's a website, it's a tool. You can take part of it. It's basically a survey tool. It organizes what we're trying to say, and it organizes it by state, House district, state Senate district, and across Wyoming as a whole. Go to grassrootsmvt.org and add your voice where you live. Help us build this confederation of citizens rooted in truth, structure, and shared responsibility. Because when it matters, when agency matters, the ability to decide our future for ourselves, that's what we're interested in. We still hold that power, but only if we choose to use it. Our children's and grandchildren's legacy is now in our hands. Would you join me at skogard2026.org? Thank you for listening today. and I'll see you tomorrow.